All right. What was the true nature of this connection is the question here. This is for a Taurus connection where there is now no contact. So it's not necessarily a, I keep wanting to get back with them or I keep talking to them scenario, but more of like what was the true nature and what was really going on for some final closure. So this is already a cords cut situation. But for clarity, let's look into see what this connection was truly about. Okay. So we're going to start off with the true nature of the connection. Okay. So this is horrible. Okay. So this is neglectful and this is kind of like not that interested. And this is the feeling that you get when you've got these energies. So the nature of this connection basically was this person wasn't really as interested as maybe they let on that they were. And, you were picking up on this. Okay. So like, you were feeling all up in your head and this energy. Okay. Because you wanted it to happen. But the thing is this is a rejection wound. So this combination is somebody who's just like really not that into you. I mean, they might be having fun, but it's not like an enthusiastic, hell yes, I want to be your partner type of energy. Okay. So, this required you to have a lot of strength. Okay. Because it looks like you really liked this person and it just wasn't reciprocated. I mean, this is basically giving you a rejection wound. What's interesting here is that this connection is actually faded. So what's faded here is it's actually lucky, strangely enough. It's luckily faded because you're cycling through karmic lessons. Okay. So you've had a pattern in your lifetime of karmic partners and you're just cycling, you're just going through the cycle of them and learning the things that you're supposed to learn. But here's the thing. If you don't get to the core wounds inside of yourself, the universe is going to keep giving you the same thing in a different package, but it's going to be the same. It's going to be this, okay? So you're going to keep getting this rejection. It's not an enthusiastic yes. It's a neglectful energy on top of a bored energy, on top of possibly, somebody who's maybe even not exclusive with you. They're not really seeing you as serious. They're just like spending time and spinning their wheels, if that makes sense. All right, so let's look at the lessons here. You've got a lot of lessons from this, which is kind of cool. Okay, so first of all, this breakup was painful. And through that pain, you did learn that you had friends and family that you could rely on, that you do have a support system, and that people do care about you. You were also learning a little something about your priorities. So this relationship caused some financial constraints and you're learning to prioritize your money. So, you got this energy over here where this person's just kind of like killing time, essentially. That's really what the energy is. It's like they're just killing time. And when you're not there, they don't even think about you. Okay. That's this energy. But then you're over here spending money that you shouldn't be spending on this situation, So you're learning to prioritize that. The other lesson that came from this relationship is a spiritual teacher entered into your life to help you with the healing process. So this is a cycle, okay? You've had a cycle of karmic partners. This spiritual teacher is here to help you heal this cycle so that you can move on from it once and for all and move on to a whole different plane of partnerships with people. All right, so let's look at what your psychic is clearing. Oh my goodness, this is some heavy shit. Okay, so this person actively lied to you. I don't know if you know that they actively lied to you, but they did. They either lied to you about what they were doing. They lied to you about what they were doing behind your back, like there was somebody else kind of possibility, or they were lying to you about their true intentions. So they felt this. They felt this kind of like, oh, I could take it or leave it energy, and I'm just, oh, this is fun. I'm having a good time at the moment, but not really taking you very seriously. That's what they were actually feeling. But they may have made it out to be like it was different than what it really was. So there was some kind of deceit on their part, and you have active hostilities about this in your psyche. So these, So this is the player energy, okay? So this person was a player, or they had the player energy. They definitely were not taking you seriously. They were playing you. So you have active hostilities about that. And those hostilities have not cleared your psyche. This is what needs to heal. You have anger about this situation that is bottled up and you're not addressing it, okay? So you've got to look into yourself, and you have to look at the reality of the situation, of what it really was. And then you need to go through the whole process where, first of all, you get really pissed off, and then you get sad, and eventually you come to an acceptance. Okay. So, you need to, so in coming to acceptance, then you're going to release it and heal it. Okay. So there's a healing process that gets to happen over this. You do get to be super pissed. So, sometimes anger is actually part of the releasing process, and you should be really pissed about this situation. So, especially if the person straight up lied to you, which is indicating that they had a player energy about you and they did not fully disclose that. Okay, so getting into your psyche and looking into how do you really feel about all of that, and then you need to release it. Okay, so that's a process where you're coming to forgiveness and acceptance, and that takes a long period of time, actually. It doesn't happen overnight. Let's look at how you're going to cut these cords. All right, so first of all, again, this person lied to you, okay? So it's in a couple of different cards. You've got deceit twice. And this is saying that no more. You're not going to be fooled by this anymore, okay? You need, if you haven't already, I think you have since you're in no contact, but certainly cut this cord. Like, whoosh, chop, cut that. Focus on, it's really interesting. I've been doing these readings, but focusing on work has come up in this position almost every single time. But focus on something that you have been working really hard on, that you're building, that you're going to get a victory, okay? This is going to give you a confident boost and a victory for yourself. Focus on that, okay? While you're also doing healing, okay? But this is good because this indicates that it's the end of this karmic partnership pattern that you've been in. It's coming to an end, okay? This is the end. You don't have to do it anymore. You're not going to get rejection wounds anymore, packaged in different packaging, which is what this, essentially it's a rejection wound. And the one before that was a rejection wound. And the one before that was a rejection wound. It's just in different packaging. All right, so let's look and see what you need to do. Okay, so this is, what's evolving, or what is the future bringing to you. And this means don't get stuck, okay? So cut your losses. You need to learn when to cut your losses and move on. So I know Tauruses are super persistent. I mean, honestly, it's one of the things I super like about that sign, but you got to know when to give up, okay? And you're learning that. So through meeting people and getting into these energies, you're starting to realize, you know what? I don't need this bullshit, okay? Because there's other possibilities out there, okay? This literally means other opportunities, other possibilities, new people, new events, new things to do, new. Okay, so what's evolving for you is cutting out things that don't serve you, know when to give up, and go towards the new. Okay, and you need to draw on your inner strength. So there is an inner strength inside of you, and that inner strength is working really hard right now to make something a victory. Okay, you're awaiting results for your hard work. All that work is going to pay off to make a victory, and you need to concentrate on that. Don't let anything get in that way, okay? And then be patient, because this has to clear your psyche, and this is going to take a while to clear your psyche. You're going to have to revisit the wound. You're going to have to open the wound up and really look at it, without rose-colored glasses. And then you're going to have to feel the pain of it. And first you're going to feel the anger of it, okay? Then it goes 7, 8. So you're going to feel the anger of it. It's going to feel like this, okay, which you felt during the relationship. And then you're going to be able to release that. But you're going to have to draw on this. Healing with a spiritual teacher is also important here, okay? So don't get bogged down on something that's not serving you. Learn to cut your losses sooner than later. And eventually, you're going to become this well of inner strength. All right, let me know if you have any questions or if you need help with anything. I do have a core wound script worksheet that I'm working on, and I would be happy to share it with you.